quilt shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Patterns dance, the fabric sings, turning scraps to treasured things. Piece by piece we'll sew it right, bright as day and calm as night. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Needles hum a steady beat, every quilt a story sweet. Join the fun, we're here to share, with every stitch a little care. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Stitch by stitch the colors bloom, threads of joy in every room. Come and see what love can make, a patchwork dream with every take. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in.
Oh, hey, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the quilt shop. I am Laura Lynn, and Papa's over there, and Sophie's over here, and of course, I know why you guys are all here is for her, Sophie Lovey. I will say hi to people as well as I'm just giving her a snack. She is the star of our show. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy to see you. Happy you're hanging out here. Give me a pop. Give me a pop. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. That'll do. How about another pop? That'll do too. There's a good flops. Good flops, Lofies. Good flops. Hello, Miss Gwenny. All right, let's say hi, everybody. Give you a moment to absorb the Sophie there. Miss Gwenny. We've got Audra and Tina and Lori Clark and Sandra Kay. Let's go Debt-Free Quilter. It's Heather. Kelly Quilts Plus. What's going on? Irish Lady Linda. June Hansen. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Pat Riemenschneider. Laura Austin. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of scanning back through there. Catherine. Hello, Catherine. How you doing? Oh, Nadia. Monica. What's going on? Oh, hold on. We'll do this one. There we go. There you go. Still get the low feet. Well, she's not kind of all in there, so we'll just do this. Okay. You do good. Nice. Nice. Hope everybody's doing well. So welcome. Happy Saturday. Loretta Lynn. I wish I was Loretta Lynn, but no. It's all good. Close enough. Just get another coffee. Oh, cheers. Cheers with my cup of tea. Hello, Miss Mary. It's good to see you too. Welcome in, welcome in. So we're just going to continue working on this Lighthouse project using a hexie to represent a square. we're doing it all hand stitchy wise, not even breaking out the machine, but I can show you how it is done machine wise if you wanted to. But this is how I've got so far on my project. Okay, you can see where this is the water, this is the hand, this is the starting of the tower. I've got red ones to go up here, and then a black one with a yellow one in the center here bits. And then we're going to build it out with some light blues and some whites, and then bam, shika, bam, bam. We're all good to go. So we're building ourselves a lighthouse. And this is, of course, is a Quilt As You Go. I did have, I didn't necessarily want to square it up per se, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to leave it all whatever I like. And there also could be possibilities of just adding to this in the future. So, you know what I mean? So, anybody have any questions? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. What's everybody else up to today? Are you staying out of trouble?
Are you?
Are you? With the little red lobster. What do you mean with a little red lobster? I could. You can applique one on. Just a wall decoration. Thank you, June. It's too hot to be out and about. Hey, Charlotte Poe. Cheryl, it's taking shape. It is, really is. And I want to leave it an odd kind of shape too. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to, I don't know, strike a pose with it. We'll do what we want. That's what we always do. Do we want? Hi, Lynn Bylis. So, oh, I could, right in front of the lobster. Yeah, I could put a little lobster trap or something. Find a little lobster button. There we go. So we have other ones to do up here, but I wanted to show you another example of English paper piece, or English paper piecing, is this booty here. It has its own like background to go with it, but I only built out the peacock and then placed it on a Dresden. Okay, you can see that there. So, and I did just place it, I just made it and then placed it on the Dresden, okay? And that was just a process. So this is all hand sewn together, and you got like triangular shapes, odd shapes that you just kind of sew little pieces on that you make. Got that one? And eventually this will go onto like a background. So, okay. Hey, Linda Lindsay. Hey, LL and everyone. Being dog sitting all week. My grand dog. Oh, what are they? You like the quilt behind me? Thank you. Which one is it? Oh, it's actually a wall hanging that I quilted. So, but yes, it is still a quilt. Okay. Yeah, so that's all hand pieced, and then I machine sewed the Dresden together, and then just made it as one. Two pieces beat as one. So that's another example of English paper piecing, okay? So if you don't like to do in the Hexis or something like that. No, I didn't remake it. No. Oh, you know what? I did. Hold on. You are correct. You are correct, Miss Tracy Albert. I did remake it for someone who gifted some items to the channel. She said she really liked me like working on that project, so I made another one and sent it to her. So, yes, so I did make two. That's right. I gave one as a gift. Travel while behaving women seldom make history. You know what, Laura Austin? I like your attitude. That is funny. One mini golden doodle and one mini shih tzu. Oh, I grew up with a shih tzu. His name was Skeezer. He was black and white. He was a little bugger. He always peed on the couch. Drove my mother nuts. What do you mean I haven't finished? Oh, well, you mean as it to put it on to something? Yeah, I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with it, really. So cute. Never seen anyone do this before. You mean the hexy part or the quilting a wall hanging? Which one? I have minions with summer cold now and school started, so we're chilling at home. I don't miss that at all as being a crossing guard. It was the first few weeks of school were just a little chaotic. A little chaotic. Parents going in the outdoor and we're supposed to be going in, and yeah, buses and timing, and yeah, it's always interesting. Let's put it that way. Okay, does anybody have any questions about the hexy part or the English paper piecing part? Hello, Miss Stacey Povis. How was your vacay? This is the outside cam. The cows were just out there earlier, but now they think they're all hiding under the tree. They were laying down, so we know we are in for some rain. Some wetness, as they say. Oh, I didn't get it all centered because the window was open before. Now I shut it. Oopsies. So sorry you got some of the window frame there. I apologize. It was very refreshing. Nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So, no questions. I'm just going to plug on then. Putting the duck bird on top of a Dresden before. Oh. Well, it's a peacock, but duck bird works too. Duck bird. I like that. I like a duck bird. Hey, April Green, sneaking in there. I was just trying to see if I missed anybody. Cooler today, and a few what? What did I miss there, Kelly? Hello, Miss Alice Stitchin. How are you doing? Happy Saturday, all, she says. Okay. Yeah, no, it was just the peacock. The EPP peacock, and then put it on a Dresden. So I was kind of giving it its own little tail. You know? I don't know. We can make a pillow or something out of it. Okay. Oops. So I need some more. Oops. Took my thread with it. No. Oh no. What did I do? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Did I got one? Okay. I just pulled out of here. We have some blues to cut. I need some more light blues for my centers from my regular blues. So we're going to use the Quilt cutter. It is right here beside me on the left. Pop put it up on the table for me because it's a little heavy. Oh, thanks, June. I appreciate that. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. Thanks for hanging out. I think we've calculated that this is year 9 of streaming on the weekends. So thanks to all who have joined us for any point in time in those 9 years of streaming. Thank you for your time. Okay, so we need some centers, so I'm going to put those off to the side. We need the fluffs. I've got 2 needles already loaded with white thread. Here's some fluffs. Here's our current project that we're working on. Okay, you can see how the lighthouse is coming together. It's just going to, you know, trust the process, as Marcus says. Trust the process. So we'll put that right here, and then we're going to use the Quilt cutter right here. Hey, Karen Jones. Hello, quilting friends, she says. Cheers, everybody, with my cuppa. Cheers. That's me. Hey, Karen. Both Karens. There's 2 Karens. Lewin? How do you say your last name? Karen Lewin? 8858. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Okay, so I only have it layered twice because I don't need a lot, but, you know, we can always collect hexes. We're fine with collecting hexes. Future projects. So I'm just going to roll it through. So what it is, it's like a unit where it has a pressure roller that rolls across a piece of plexi, like so. You can tell it's been used quite a bit. And it's, I don't know how long we've had this. As long as the quilt shop has existed, so like 10 years. So, you place that on top. There is a cutter, which is put in between that and the fabric, and then you just kind of crank it to the other side. Okay. You've been busy helping your sister? Nice. Yeah, we changed the time at the beginning of the year. We made it 1 p.m. Atlantic instead of 1 p.m. Eastern. So we do live in the Atlantic, so it always baffled me how we were just catering to the Easterns. And I'm like, no. We won't anymore. Thank you. It is just a wall hanging that I quilted up. So it is, but we had a whole link to it at some point in time when someone was asking about it, when it was a background to some at another show. All right, so we're gonna scoot over here and do the pressy press. Okay. And this is gonna cut me like 18 hexes. Okay. See? Dollar bills, y'all. Okay. So don't really need that anymore. Now I'm just gonna leave that down. Yeah, it's actually really quite nice outside, actually. Oh, and there's the selfie cam. Because we love the selfie. Yeah, you could just take any wall hanging that you have and quilt it up, you know. She is the best part of this show. The Sophie Lofi. I know that's why you all come here, and I'm fine with that. Totally and completely. Hey, Melanie Taylor. What's going on? Okay, so we're just, hold on, let's go back here so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So there's my big hexie, okay? And then we got my little hexie that we just made by Smagic, okay? And then we're going to take this, fold it in on itself, making sure that raw edge is lining up with that raw edge, okay? So we're just going to give it a fold. And then another fold. And then we're going to pinch that in between our fingers here. And we're going to take our needle and thread. And we're going to slip it under. In between the layers so it's hooking in on the batting part. Okay. And then drop a few stitches as you kind of pop around right. How's Miss Gwenny? How's everybody? How is everybody today? What is going on? It is okay temp wise. It does feel a little warm, especially when you get like moving and stuff like that. So I ended at the front and I came around the back, so I made myself a loop. Okay, so now we just gotta pull that out. It happens. It's okay. Don't panic. If you want to keep your spot, grab one of your little clips and just pop that there while you rethread it. Okay. Oh, logging off, storm coming, power. Oh yeah, we might get a storm here later too. So, oh, hold on. Helps if I have my goggles on, so I can see what I'm doing. Just need to see what I'm doing. There we go. Good thing. Still got a ways to go. Still weak but improving. I'm glad you're improving. I'm glad you're improving. That's a good sign too. Right. So. It takes forever for your body to bounce back from any sort of, you know, any sort of hospital visit. And you were there for quite some time. How's Suzanne Taylor? What's going on? And Catherine says, I've what? I've what? I've sung a song before. I've skipped a stone across the pond. We could like fill it in with all sorts of things. I'm plugging away with my Lola Crow Museum stitch today. Oh, okay. Is that the one that you and Allison were working on? Because I know you finished off the dog declaration together in California. That was actually so awesome to kind of just be on the sidelines of that finish. Do good, almost unpacked. Nice. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, Gwenny. You were in there for a very long time. And it's not like you're doing your busy self, like you normally do. You know, you're pretty much incapacitated. Her husband died in May, and she is disabled, so she needs me to take her places during the week while her son works. Oh. I'm glad she has you there, June, to help her. I'm sorry for her loss, though. It's never easy losing a loved one. Yeah, okay, on the museum. Okay, nice. You guys are words. Museuming it up today. Oh my, I probably just should have stopped before I started. Yeah, we're sending good vibes your way there, Miss Gwenny. And anybody else who needs some good vibes. We got them for you. We're sending you good vibes. Now this is, I know it's a bit on a tone of the green, but I figure if it's like my outside layer, then it'll be okay with the next to the white. It should be okay. It'll be fine. It'll give it a nice little effect. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. And someone made a comment earlier about my hair. Yeah, I've only been growing it for like 2.5 years, so it was very much in a pixie cut for a very, very, very long time. And I just decided not to cut it anymore. So that was about 2.5 years ago. It does grow quite fast. So even I'm surprised, actually. So this might be a dumb question, but is there a specific type of sewing machine needle for quilting I really want to start learning? Just a normal universal needle is fine for... Are you talking like actually sewing the pieces together, or are you actually like quilting the sandwich? You know what I mean? Like, are you... What do you... Either way, the universal needle should do just fine. If you're just doing cottons, okay? If you have more of a thicker backing, I would say, like more of a canvas, or I'm trying to think of what else, a denim or corduroy or something like that, I would use a denim needle. It is going to be a bigger puncture hole-wise, but it will give you the strength and rigidity that you're going to need to go through all those layers as it goes in fast motion. Okay. Hello, Craft a Simple Life. Welcome in. Welcome in. Maybe you're not a chat. No worries. Happy to see you.
Sewing machine.
Oh, okay. Well, she said both, I guess, too. So, so yeah, just a normal universal should be just fine. So.
No, she's looking for sewing machine, not needle.
What type of sewing machine needed for quilt? Oh, I saw that as needle. Oh, I'm sorry.
So any sewing machine will work.
Okay. Who's Mario? Called me Loops. There's only a certain few who know me as Loops. Who's Mario? But a certain type of machine need. I missed that right. I thought it was needles. Hey, Mushu. Hey, buddy. I miss you. Just so you know. Like one of my favorites. He just disappeared. It's definitely a sturdy machine. I would suggest looking at Facebook Marketplace. Also, if you have a sewing machine dealer near you, you can get some really good machines that people are upgrading. Like they're like, oh, I want this fancy new one instead of, the one I just bought 2 years ago. So you can get that one at a relatively good cost, okay? But you can always just phone and ask if they have any. Some places even have loaners. You can borrow the machine. You just got to sign up for a certain period of time and put a deposit and stuff like that. So I wish you were closer. I have a plethora for you to choose from. You can pick. I even got this big long arm. But yeah, sorry, I mistook your message. I apologize. Yeah, it depends on what you really want to do, right? Like, I put in a denim needle when I was working on the dragon because it was made with like a bit of a thicker canvas, and I knew in a couple of spots when I was sewing the dragon parts together, I was going through like 4 layers of that canvasy part. So I'm like, we don't want no snap needle here because that can really wreck your machine in no time flat. Like no time flat. Okie dokie. Maybe next time we are in Canada, we will visit the shop. Oh, nice. Anytime. I even have like a futon bed. You can stay in the shop. I mean, that's that extra special experience I will give you. No, but seriously. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely. Vintage works too. Libraries, sometimes have them to borrow too. Thank you, Craft Simple Life. Yes, actually, there's a few classes I actually hosted at the library to help students. So that was some good times, man. I actually kind of forgot about that. Thanks for the reminder. Good times. All right, okay. Let's figure out where we need to go with our hexie, okay? So this is what we have, okay? Let me Did we ever... can we put the one that I'm using as a reference up on the screen so they can see it? I did share it in the Discord. Yeah, under the projects, remember?
No. I don't remember, but
Or if you make friends with a local guild, like a sewing guild or a sewing community or something like that, yeah, you can sometimes find a buddy who's willing to, you know, part with some good deals. So, I'm huge into promoting my library and its community. Yes, me too, for sure. Hooked on phonics. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Okay. All right. So this is what we've got so far. We got more Hexis to build out here in the blues. More here on the blues. We're going to do an outline of white. I have 3 reds and then 3 blacks to kind of top off the top here. Okay. So I was just when Pop gets it up on the screen, I will I'll show you where we're at. Okay. Let me just flop that here for a second. And of course from the back side too. So. The front has the little hitty pockets sort of thing, and then the back side's there. So it's like a 2 for 1, you know what I mean? You get 2 for the price of 1. I'm loving it. I was a little skeptical at first, I have to say, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to give things a try. Just roll with it, you know what I mean? I'm like, can we change a cross-stitch pattern into using Hexis? Because you're never going to get them side by side. You're going to have to go up or down as a representation. There we go. Okay, can you guys see it? Can you see it now? What about now? Can you see it now? Okay. Okay, there we go. So I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Okay. The mess middle is fun time sometimes. Times the time. What mess? What did it do? The messy middle. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's what we're doing. It makes it actually like it kind of does, doesn't it? So, but you still can't put those round. It would be nice to put the round ones together, and you could have if you stacked them. Hold on. Let's go to the desk here for a moment so I can show you what I'm chatting about, okay, mate? Here, let's do some examples here. Okay, so I did think of this as well. So if we went and stacked them this way, okay, we lost our TV. And then did this and this, like each one of these is as a representation of a square. You would have definitely had it more bang on than what kind of the little flippity floppy thing that I got going on, okay? But you would need a filler piece, which is a diamond and possible, okay? Make it a Dr. Seuss hat? No, it would be awesome, but then that wouldn't really go with the title of Lighthouse using Hexis, now would it? So, yeah, so you could use little diamonds to go into these little bits right here. You just make them out of either matching color or off color or something like that. So, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to try and do the best representation as I could, right? All right, so let's move these guys off to the side. I do believe I still need like a few of the lighter tones. So I'm just going to whip up a few more of those and then we'll start stacking, like finishing off the red and the black, and then we can start filling out and about with our blues and stuff like that, okay? Does anybody have any questions? And is there anything, anybody want to share anything? Anniversaries, birthdays? I met our neighbor across the way. The house did stay in the family. So it is with Simon's daughter, actually the 2 daughters. So I'm happy. I'm happy that his house stayed in the family. So she came over, and we were chit-chatting, so We just adopted and said, oh, nice. Actually, I was just asking. I see when I had a conversation, a tea with our neighbor. It was like 80 something when we moved in here 4.5 years ago. So I made him baked goods, and I'd go over and chat his little face off, and we'd have a good time. It was just him. His wife had passed away a few years ago. I thought he told me one of his daughters was a vet, and my mind wasn't thinking of like military or anything like that. It was immediately thinking of like animal vet, right? So she came over to introduce herself literally just before stream. We're like, okay, we gotta go stream. But she's actually a military vet. So I said, oh, if you know of any puppies. And she just kind of looked at me for a second. She goes, no, I'm a military vet. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, well, sorry. Well, thank you for all you've done. But if you hear of any puppies, let me know. I said even an older dog, because we're happy to adopt, right? Like, anything that needs a home, that's what we're all about. Sophie, we adopted her. I mean, she's got her own camera there. I mean, she was 6 months old when we adopted her. And our German Shepherd, when we adopted her, she was 2.5. So, and we've had Sophie for 13 years already. So, we love her dearly. Here, we'll do this guy. Do clean up my mess and switch off the iron. Hello again. Welcome in there, Lynn. All right. Oh, sorry. We'll go back here. Hey, Miss Pauline Frew, how you doing? Welcome in, all you Saturday peoples. Yeah, I'd like to get 2 before she's too old to teach them good habits. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think I necessarily have the energy or the brain power or the desire to deal with a puppy, like brand spanking new, because that's like you're taking on an infant child for 2.5 years of its life. You gotta like watch it and everything. She is definitely the star of the show. I know that's why you guys all come here, and I'm not offended in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I love it. I love it that you guys are here for the Sophie Lofi. It makes me very happy. And I think she'd be a good, senior figure for the next one. You know what I mean? Some good habits. And her not so good habits of just wandering away like she's like silly-nilly, but, You could use a rocking method for this too. I don't find it very comfortable for my fingers. You do you. Whatever makes you happy, you do it. And please don't comment that I'm doing it wrong. So, because things can be done different ways. Yeah, it is a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. The sky is relative. Oops, sorry, wrong button. There we go. There's the backyard-ish. You see the trees at the very, 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 very back? We own well beyond that. We have 100 acres here. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So if anybody wants to come camping, or you want to rough it out in the woods, you just let me know. There's your spot. We do have electric and water hookup outside. So, if you rent like a little RV or something, like Miss Allison did when her and her husband came to visit, it's quite content. It's quite content. It's very peaceful and quiet. Beware of the cows. They're not there all the time. They're our neighbors' cows. We do lease that part of the land to them. But they are such a delight to watch. Are you kidding me? I've got hours of entertainment watching those cows. Little baby cows running across the field. Oh my gosh. The little bundle of energy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, come on. I love when they do like this little running, like a bucking bronco sort of thing, like run, and then they like the legs kick off to the side for it's like too much energy. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're all over the place. I'm here for my troublemaker chaos leader, aka you just saying. Laugh out loud. Tracy Albert, thank you for the Horde little FPP. So what I was gonna do is I'm gonna load it up on my TV screen up here, so I can like literally magnify that pattern quite large. I'm gonna do it up, and I'm gonna offer it up as a winning for my guild. See if anybody would be interested in winning it. So. I mean, I don't want to force it down their throat, but, you know, give them a chance. Give them a chance for the Horde. Yeah, well, that's exactly it. They're so cute and adorable, and I don't have to look after them. I mean, I do look after them, so, you know. There was one, was it last year or the year? I think it was the year before. Sorry, go back here. They had moved most of the cows off, and there was only one mama way out in the... on the other side of the pond, and she was there all day laying there, and I was like, oh no, like what is happening? I'm like, did she die? So I texted the owners and of the cows, and I took a picture and zoomed in as much as I could, and I go, I don't know what's up, but she's been there for like quite some time, and I'm not trying to be a nosy Parker neighbor or anything like that, but you know, should I ride out? Because we have a side-by-side. I'm like, I could ride out and see if everything's okay. And he goes, no, I'll be over and check on her. And then he said, oh, actually, that's the one that just gave birth. She was late in getting impregnated or delivering or whatever. So she had the whole field to herself for like 3 days. He didn't let any of the other cows into the field. So she had it all to herself and her baby. So I thought that was really cute. I couldn't see the baby for like the longest time because it was so tiny, lost in the grass. So, but he appreciated the heads up to say that thought that there might have been something wrong. So, hello, Mona did what? What's happening? What's going on with you today? What's happening, Mona? Hold on. We just kind of want to center it as much as possible. Okay. Okay, we'll do this one up, and then we'll stitch some blue ones together and kind of start piecing up on our. For the Horde, I applied for the Horde on Tyson's quilt that was to hold for, quilt that was on hold for, oh yeah, that's right. That is on hold, sorry, that was on hold. So we're not going to have a lot of string on that, but we could at least get at least one row there. Yeah. We have had a little, I woke up really early one morning and I was filling up the kettle, looking out the kitchen window, and it looks out to that field just a few feet over from the shop. And I see a little one on our side of the fence, and I was like, whoa. What do I do? I'm like, okay, because Sophie wanted to go out, so I put her on the lead, took her out the front door, and so she didn't see the cow at all, because I figured she'd just go like bat poop crazy. And so I took a picture and texted the neighbor, and I went, this guy's out in the backyard, I'll try and keep an eye on him. And he goes, okay, I'll be right there. And he was there in like 5 minutes. He was up and on his quad and in the back. And he said, oh, at least it was an easy catch, because he just kind of went like this around its little legs and popped it up and over the fence. So he got under a part where it wasn't touching it wasn't live on the electric fence part. So, all right, got another one loaded here, so we can just continue on. Okay, again, we're just going to fold this edge and fold it down. So just keeping our shape of our hexie. The property we purchased in North Carolina has 55 acres of cattle grazing to our left. Thank goodness they belong to the neighbor. It's a lot of responsibility, especially like when they get sick or something like that. And we've had bear scares, but he monitors the area with a drone. So when he can hear, because they're just down the road, he can hear when the cows, start to act up and stuff like that. And, if it's late or something like that, he'll go take out the drone and to, see what's up. And he says he's seen bears and stuff and, coyotes, of course, Yeah, I'd like to build a little off-grid cabin back there, just like a dry cabin where you got to like truck everything in. So little off-grid for electric and bringing your water and compost potty, I don't care. Outdoor shower, I don't care. I don't need no poshy camping life. I don't need no hotel. It's nice, but, you know, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of nice just to have that peace and quiet up there, too. So, yeah, if you go up and over enough, you'll get to see Prince Edward Island. So, it's not like, yeah, exactly. Well, that's it, right? You got to get somebody to come out, take a look at them, or get them over to where you need them to be. I've seen him, like, put I don't know, like a strapping under the belly of one and pick it up with the forklift and take it. You know what I mean? Like it was just like cargo. Has it cooled down where everybody is? Hey, Vicky Bush, how you doing? Yes, beautiful Sophie Lofi. There she is. There she is for all of you to see. Sophie Lofi, the queen of our channel. You should hire Maine Coon. Maine Cabin Master. Oh, yeah, well, if I could afford them, for sure. For sure. There's a couple, there's actually a, the one where it's like the huge logs and they put the big logs together. There's one being built on Pictou Landing, and it's got like a little cabin next to it, and then it's building a big one. We have bears too. They do. We got lots of blueberries. Actually, Nova Scotia is it's like a blueberry capital of the world. Yeah, we'd bring the vet to the cows. Exactly. Excuse me, get my little hatchback. That's not gonna work. Sorry. Switch here. Right? Nope. Did I hit the right button? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, we'll finish this one, and then we will start putting some on the blues onto the main project. The red, the black, and then blues. Marcus made us tuna sandwiches for lunch today. Very tasty. Chopped up pickles and celery, and he goes, I even put green stuff in it, Mom. I know, I'm so proud of you. Celery and pickles. Something's better than nothing. Okay, now I'll tie it off at the back here, and then make a little loop, and then we're just going to hide our threads right in there, okay? All right. Oh, I did a little boo-boo there. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm just rolling it to make a knot. Okay. All right, here. Cheers with me, cuppa. Cheers, cheers, cheers. What's everybody's favorite beverage? This is an Earl Grey tea. Twinings, a variety. Okay. The Twinings, however you say it. Twinings. Okay. Yeah. So that's my favorite. What's everybody else's favorite? Hot, cold. What does it be? Actually, Sean, the guy who sews, had some really cool questions on his channel this morning. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks, Suzanne. Cheers. Okay. Let's get the reds. Let's get our red buddies up here. Coffee here? Yeah. Coke or Pepsi? Ice crafted press from Caribou Coffee. Ooh, fancy pantsy. I'm not a coffee drinker, but could you imagine? Marcus actually got some Coke Zero, so I think he's been liking that. Lemonade, nice. Sweet tea. What kind of, like, is it a black sweet tea, or do you is there like a green sweet tea too? Because I think my sister-in-law likes the green sweet tea. A good old-fashioned lemonade for sure. Okay, and then just to join the two together, you just put like little stitches. You just kind of take a little bit from column A and a little bit from column B, and then just loop them together. You know. And of course, you could do this all by machine, but it's not going to give you the same look. Okay. Drinking Lipton? Hello, Miss Nadine. How you doing? Hot tea, water, Coke. Yeah, okay, I'm usually hot tea and water. That's usually... Once in a while, I'll grab like a ginger ale if I need like a palate cleanser or something like that. The other day I had a orange Gatorade Zero. That was okay. That was nice too. It was really warm outside too. So as much as I wanted a hot tea, and I don't care how hot it is, I will have a hot tea on a hot day. It's a comfort thing for me. It really is. So I like a nice hot tea on a hot day. But yeah, other than that, it's yeah, mostly tea. I do love my tea. Okay, so he's going to go there, and he's going to go there. So we're going to pop this guy up there. Sew that on. I like unsweetened black. Yeah, I usually make that for Pop when he wants a little bit of iced tea. Red rose sweet tea. Also love hot tea. Tea, then of course a glass of wine in the evening. Oh yeah? You have a glass of wine every night? I've been trying not to have tea after like 4 p.m. because I'm like bouncing off the walls, or I'm up like 12 times peeing. And I'm like, where's this all coming from? I lost my thread. Oh, I need me gaggles. 1 second here. Yeah, right? I don't know. I find it's a comfort thing to me. It doesn't matter. It could be probably 40 degrees outside and I would still sip on a hot tea. Go thread. Tiny hole. I still want a regular bases, everything to do. I do by hand, baby quilt stamped. Crustage? What's crustage? Stamped crustage? What's that? I don't know what that is. Educate me. What is that? What? I'm trying to get the little knot to kind of lay down. I was trying to get it in there, but I did not. I did not get the knot. There we go. Okay, just the tip of it. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It'll do. It'll do. Glass of wine with my dinner, usually tea or water during the day. Lost a taste for coffee and fizzy drinks. I usually flatten my ginger ale. I find the fizzy drinks, of course, gives me too much gas, and with Crohn's disease, that's never a good thing. So I usually flatten it, but I do like a nice crisp ginger ale, like that nice little crispy bite to it, you know. As a drink can be crispy and bitey. That's even a thing. Alright, so now we got that there. Let's flip and we'll stitch this one right here. So this and this. And then we'll come back and do the other guys. Okay. Feel free to use clips if you want to, you know, keep yourself like you know, somewhat organized or steady together. I mean, you do you. Again, I'm just taking a little bit from the first one and a little bit from the second one and then just pulling it taut. Okay. You don't want it too tight or it's not going to be able to lay flat, like spread out. Okay. Verner, yeah. Well, I like Canada Dry, but that's just me. But I have had Verners before, and it's not a bad back me up. You know, when I don't like Schweppes. Schweppes is just not it. I don't like Schweppes. I did order some cherry Canada Dry, but they substituted mango, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe I can give that a go, but I haven't tried it yet. Back, I just found a nice strawberry. Oh, strawberry lemonade. Nice. I heard there's one from, I think it's called, not Fuse. Hold on. What is it from? There are some sugar-free ones. and I was looking at them, but I didn't order them. Because like, oh, we got some 0 gauge reeds first to use up, so, oh, jeez. Thread's too short. Tie it off. Get it? Ooh, I did. Oh, me. Right, trying to finish this row. Just finish the row. This is a great project to take when you're on the go, or you've got like a commuter train, or you're a passenger or whatever. This is definitely one you could do in the car, at sports events, waiting for the kids, or waiting for your spouse to finish swimming, whatever, or waiting for appointments. It's a good project for that for sure. Where's my thread? They have Sprite with iced tea, which is like, oh really? Sprite with iced tea. I've seen them mix in some of the flavors. It reminds me of when you used to go to 7-Eleven, get the big large cup, and then go joop 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 to all the flavors. Make yourself a little bit of swamp water. That's what we used to call it. Yeah, so Sean, the guy who sews, was on this morning. He had a lovely guest on, and they were asking questions like, if you could only have one thing in the world, like this was one that kind of cracked me up, would you have a maid or a chef? And I'm like, well, I know how to cook. Clearly. I know how to cook, and I enjoy it. But and I'm like, oh, I definitely made, because I don't want to clean, like, really. I thought it was good. It was interesting to hear the choices though. So if you had the choice, made, yeah, for sure, 100%. I can cook. They won't starve in the house, but I don't necessarily want to be cleaning all the time either. Sue's? Really? Is what you... Oh, for the mixed drinks? The mixed flavors of all the soda pop fountain? Just dip it in, taking your large cup and tasting all the flavors. The Sprite mixed with the orange, mixed with the root beer, mixed with the Mountain Dew, mixed with the 7-Up, mixed with the... all of it. No, I don't know. Rosie from the Jetsons is like right up my alley. I could totally deal with a Rosie. And somebody on his channel said that they named their Rumba Rosie from like the Jetsons. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Yes, maid, yeah, for sure. Almost got the red attached. Again, just taking a little bit from the first one and then the second one, and when you get to the corners, kind of do a little in that one and then in this one to just kind of keep everybody together. Okay. You could also use a blanket stitch if you wanted to. We're just using just the little loop stitch for this project, but you could do whatever you felt. You could also double up your threads if you wanted to too. If you maybe thought you're going to use it as a quilt, not just like a wall hanging like this one's going to be. It's just a wall hanging. So if I was doing it as a quilt, like something I was going to build out for my bed or my couch or something like that, or even a large cuddle quilt, I probably would be doubling my threads up just to give it that extra bit of strength from the pull, because you're pulling almost like on one little section and not like as the whole quilt is one unit, right? So you just kind of want to be sure to you're securing it the best you can. It's your artwork, right? Maid, I can learn to cook better. Lava cleaning as well. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so tuck the threads in, come in, clip. Okay, so there's our tippity top. Now we need our 3 blacks. So hopefully you can see there. So that one's going to go there. Oops, I hit the space bar. There we go. And then this is going to go here. This one's going to go here, and then this one's going to go on top. So this is actually the light, the lighthouse. So we can put these guys together. So I think I will stitch up with black for these guys together. Okay. Oh, hold on, there we are. Make sure we give ourselves a nice clean thread. Sometimes it's best to even cut on an angle, and then you're rolling that in through the needle. Using needle threaders too are very handy. Can I pull it through? Nope. Let's get through that again. Yeah, I can't believe it's like coming up the end of August. Like, geez. Starting next Saturday, we are doing the Commission to Dragon, the 8.5 foot dragon. So it'll take a few weeks. I will work on it during the week, so I'm not boring you guys silly on the process of it, but you do get to see some parts of it along the way. Yeah, I'm very excited by that, and so was my customer. So. And that's all that matters. Okay. Just getting these guys all together. I tried to use matching thread whenever I could. Obviously, when I use the red, I probably should use red and not white, but whatever. But most that I've been using with the lighter blues has been white, because the dark blue I have is just like way too off. I did this one, and I'm like, I don't like that at all. I don't like how dark the thread is. You could see around that one. So I'm like, okay, that's off to the not going to use pile. So we won't be doing that. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So we're going to take that off that list. Let me just pull that a smidge here. Okay, so we're going to tie this one off there, and go add the one on the other side. Okay, and then to hide our threads, we can't just clip it there because that could come undone. So we want to come back in our fabric right where we kind of like ended, just like in the layer 2. You're not going all the way through to the other side, just kind of like touching the one layer, maybe into a little bit of the batting. Scoot up about a ½ an inch, and then just come out. And then you're sealing the tail up in the inside of the project, and then the chances of it coming undone are like not very good. I have seen that dragon on Facebook for years, and I thought it was fake. Instead of a rabbit hole you opened a dragon's den. He's so cute. He's so cute. I'm just really excited to get working on it. So I've got all the fabrics off to the side here. I could probably show you guys the fabrics I'll be using if you're interested. Just let me finish this. Just let me know if you're interested. If not, like I said, I don't want to force feed you anything you don't want to hear. Like in the image, this center one here is black, but I chose to put the bright yellow in it to represent the light of the lighthouse. Of course, you have, you know, designer's choice on whatever you want to do when it comes to a project. It's your fabric and the project, and you know, go whatever you like. Yeah, like I said, the canvas one that I was using to make the test, or to test the pattern, is not as a pliable fabric as the fabric I'm going to be using for the commission piece. So I expect far better results than the dragon that we showed last weekend. Even though it was super cute and adorable and I absolutely love it, and it'll be like the fluff, the quilt shop dragon. But I'm glad I tested it though, you know, to make sure it was going to be a good size. If they wanted it smaller, shorter, whatever. You know, we did change the claws from 3 to 4, but it's all good. We'll put this guy up at the top here. Oh, I showed it last weekend 2 times during the stream. It's a 8.5-foot tester dragon. If you guys are who missed the dragon and want to see the dragon, just let me know. We can do them both. I just need Pop's help with it, so that's all. It's just give me a moment. Let me finish this. Unless you just want to come stand behind me with it. Oh my gosh. Every time I look at it, it goes so huge. Here, I'll oh, wait. Mind the tea. We're calling it Fluff. And he's got a tail too. Yeah, this I don't like the hind legs. It was just a learning process, so I will change it, you know, but yeah, so. Oh. Thanks, dear. Yeah, he's massive. He's cute. I love it. He's totally cool. Totally cool. Okay, now we're going to attach this to here. Okay, hold on. Let me and I'll grab the fabric that I'll be using. I'll make sure this is in the right spot here. Yes, it is. Okay. Let me just start it so I don't get lost. So easy to get lost. Yeah, so that was just the tester. He'll stay in the shop here. I'll finish his horns. There's horns, claws, scales, belly scales, all sorts of stuff to add to the commissioned piece. I probably will eventually end up doing that to the tester piece, but now I know that the shape is going to be as acceptable and they want to proceed. It's to continue on with the commissioned piece, and then I can go back to the one that I was fiddling with. So, which is fine. I like that. It's all good. I'll show you in just one moment. Let me just finish stitching here, and I do have my customer's fabric here, and they've actually picked a couple of colors that I had from the quilt shop itself. So I forgot what was to be for what at this point, but I will show you what we're working with. I do have it written down and like lettered and stuff. I just at the moment it's because I just add that in the one piece of fabric, but I flipped and flopped it, like where you see the tan part is just the underside of the fabric that I used for the other part. So it was just tester fabric. I had a big bolt here that is definitely used for such things, you know, testing big projects like that. I'd rather make a mistake using my fabric and my tester fabric than making a mistake with my customer's fabric that they spent their hard-earned money on, right? So I'm not saying I didn't either, but you know, it's a different scale, I guess. So that's not a dragon joke.
But it could be.
Okay, here, and then we'll tuck this under. And I will grab the fabrics for you guys. 1 second here. Let me put you outside for a moment so you can see that. Okay. I'm already picking out colors in my head. use a bit of a stretch to your fabrics. Of course, that canvas that I was using there has none. So, where is? Oh, to put it in a bucket. Trying not to spill my tea here. Desk. Tilt the camera. So we have this here, which I think was the membrane that we were putting between the wings, if I remember correctly. Or actually, no, this was. Maybe that was the wings itself. Anyways, we have these colors here. This is for the belly. It's a flannel. It's very nice. It'll be nice for the belly. The belly scales. This is part of the horns and the claws. I did like the marble look to it, so did they. So we'll have, instead of just having plain white, it'll have like some textured color to the horns and the claws. The claws will be the lighter part. The horns will be the darker part of this ombre fabric here. And then this was for the main body of the dragon, was this gold here. So kind of browns, golds, yellows, and black, I guess, is pretty much it. Yeah, I'm very excited. Sadly, my house, I would never be able to keep him clean. Well, yeah, that's true, because you got all the munchkins there. But in the quilt shop, he's just pretty much going to hang out right probably underneath the long arm. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Yes, I did. Look, you see my mess. Oopsies. Oh, that's way too close. Sorry. I'll get it together. Sooner or later, I'll get it together. Okay. You always amazed? I'm always amazed at where your creative juices take you, LL. Thank you, Lynn. I try. I'm like, how can we make this, what can we do here, Yeah, it should be pretty cool, and I am very excited to take on the task. So here, let's start here, and we'll work our way this way. Big knot? Why did I get a big knot there? Just not a little knot, not a big knot. Yeah, it probably took me about 25 hours to make the tester one, and that's not doing any of, like I said, the horns. There's 3 horns on the top. There's like the little claw at the top of the wing, and then there's the ones for all the toes. So, there's 4, 8, 12, 16 toes or claws I gotta do. So, and then, stuff those and sew them on, and they're all it's all hand stitching. So I did invest in these curved needles, big and small, for doing such a lot of the hand stitching, because when you're coming towards where the body is attaching with the leg and stuff like that, you can't just put in a straight pin there. You got to go in and coming back out in like a one section. So these are the bomb diggity. Okay, scrumdiddlyumptious. Okay, definitely 50-piece curved needles for hand sewing. Okay. Well, hello there, Miss Deborah Davidson. I made it. Love you lots. Love you too, Deborah Davidson. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Happy Saturday. We're just kind of putting the top of our lighthouse on, and then we're going to build out some water and sky and clouds and stuff all around it. So the dragons go. I hope so, Miss Allison. I really hope so. My customer is very excited for it. So. And really appreciated me building out the tester to make sure that they were going to be completely satisfied with the end results. So, hello, Michelle the Quilter. Hi, Mama, Pop, and Sophie Lofi, watching from the beginning. Love that dragon. I watched. Oh, okay. You were fast forwarding, were you? Were you fast forwarding us? Gotta squish this up in here. Always look forward to Saturdays being here is being with family. I really appreciate you saying that, Deborah. And you even met me in real life, and you still say that. Thank you. Oops, wrong camera. We even hung out in an afternoon when we were in California. Well, when I was in California, but I meant like when Lois was there and Tracy was there and Allison was hosting and making sure that she got there just fine, and we were concerned for her safety and that she got home just fine. Alright, just stitching this here, and then we'll plan our blues. We'll work up from the bottom up to the top-ish. Like I said, it's not going to be square. I wanted a nice little kind of funky shape to it. I don't know when I'm going to stop adding stuff, but I will eventually. That's the plan. That's the plan, my man. Okay, now we're going to tie a little knot and then tuck back in. There we go. Okay. Kind of looks a little alien there at the time. Hopefully it'll set itself out. Okay, let's go back down here and work on a few blues in this area here. Okay. We got our blue needle with no thread on it. Yes, Laura Lynn will love you forever. LA traffic sucks. Next time I will take a train and hopefully be able to stay longer. Yeah, it was a very short visit. You spent more time on the road than you did hanging out. So I felt really bad for you, actually. But I was very happy to meet you. And truly honored that, people actually do want to hang out with me. I mean, Pop especially. I mean, I'm still surprised he wants to hang out with me. After all these years. Okay, these are all the ones that I've made so far. I'm hoping I have enough blues to get me through. I've got some other buddies there if I need to, and I can fandangle and schmangle. What you doing there, darling? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. You were quiet for some time, so thought maybe you were changing your mind. Okay. I'll leave some of the
hanging out part?
The what?
Well, on the hanging out part.
I don't know. Would you ever change your mind on the hanging out part?
Nah.
Nah.
And you got a trophy wife,
Aw, did you guys hear that? He just called me a trophy wife. Okay, somebody clip that. Evidence. Truth happens. I heard it. You heard it. I will savor my tea and just enjoy that for a moment. Okay, actually we'll put that one there. Okay, put those four together. I heard it, but I want to see it in writing, please. Thank you, Lori Clark. We've also met. Actually, how many times actually have we met and hung out in person? She's been on live streams with us too when we've been in Ontario. When we've live streamed and had meetup parties in Ontario. Oh, need me gaggles? Alright. Back to the show.
Get back.
Back to work. Crack that whip. Or don't.
You might like it.
You gotta be like Mikey. Try it until you like it.
Mikey likes everything.
Well, since we drive 2 days to come and see you guys there, and when Pop goes to work, it's worth driving that way to see you guys too, so. Uh-oh. Oh, I got a note! Oh, don't be naughty. I do find I get more knots with the signature thread than I do with the little embroidery type thread. The mushrooms behind me are a wall hanging that we quilted up on the long arm. It is a long arm Wednesday video. Feel free to go check it out. Yeah, I quilted it with black thread, and I believe the goal was to find some or make some, like 3D print them, some glow-in-the-dark buttons that I could put where all the little circles are on the wall hanging. Something has to be naughty because Elle's an angel. I wouldn't go that far, but...
I can help you with that.
7 times just to visit first time, museum with Pat, and then the show. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, I remember going to the museum with you and Pat. We had a good time. Have you got thread conditioner? I kind of was looking for that before this whole project, and yeah, I did not locate it.
It's in a safe spot.
As Pop says, it's in a safe spot. This trophy wife stamp date, August 22nd, 2026, says Michelle the quilter. Nice. Hey, I'll take whatever I can get, man. Okay? Like, seriously. This beggar won't be chooser. Yeah, it's like just a printed on like a, what was that? A polyester fabric for sure. And they had all sorts of prints. They had like a night sky and like libraries and all sorts of fun stuff. And Marcus had gotten some for his space downstairs to cover up some of the cement walls, which I totally understand. And then I said I really liked the mushroom one and wanted to do it as a quilt project. So that's what became of it. I franken-pieced my batting to go behind it, or like to go under it, and then just did highlighting stitches around the mushrooms and some of the foliage and stuff like that to kind of highlight it. Okay, we're just going knot that, and then pop those threads through, and then trim. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Miss Allison. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch on that website. And I just thought it would be really kind of cool. I'm like, oh, we could like trapunto kind of it a little bit. But I didn't trapunto it. I just put a layer of batting underneath and then went quilted over top. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to like put another layer of batting and like super quilt and stuff like that again. Because it's just on, I guess, a temporary backing, I guess. It's just, or it could be used just part of as the sandwich. So, come here, you. Wasn't me.
Wasn't anybody.
It moved on its own. So would anybody take this project idea on, like making hexis and changing like a cross stitch pattern into a hexi wall hanging, like I have with this one? I mean, I picked pretty simple, like just to give a like a start. But I mean, you could do really anything, right? Take those hexis and make something different. Hello, Fern King. How you doing? You don't, and I'll show you here. Actually, thank you for asking. Actually, because when we did like the first sample of this like 2 weeks ago, I wanted to show first that we wanted. I had a customer give me like an antique heirloom quilt that was done this way, like be the hand stitch way, right? And then we had chat wanted for me to teach it, and of course I didn't know how, so I'm going to figure it out. So I was figuring it out. So as the tester, I did some by hand, as you can see here. Actually, let's go over here so you can see this camera here. So you can see where it's like uneven stitches, whatever. It doesn't have to be all fancy-pantsy or something like that. And then you hand stitch together by squishing them like I am on this one here, right? But if you didn't want to do that, you could totally do it by hand, but excuse the messy stitching. It looks like a drunk baboon did it, but you would want to make sure you were more even with your spacing of your stitches going around, and using a suggestion was like a stylist or like the tip of your seam ripper to help hold the folds down as you go around. So you're going to go around first these, and then you're going to zigzag them with a stitch together. It does make it flatter, which is great for like pot holders, mug rugs, table placemats, or anything like that, or even like as a whole like table cover itself, right? It does make it a little bit more flatter doing it that way. So you don't have to do it by hand, right? So I'd say twice the size, because if you look to here what we got here, here's this size is like a 5, and then this is a 2.5. So you want to make sure you have enough room to fold those raw edges over and to seal it up to make the little sandwich piece, right? You can also use circle. The older fashion way is to use a circle, and then you just kind of come up in certain corners, and then you're making that hexie, but it's all kind of folded in on itself, sort of thing, right? So all the raw edges are like right in the center. Okay. Yeah, so you don't have to do it by hand. This was just like a tester project. We've done so many things by machine that it was kind of fun to take on this little one here as a hand stitch project. So it just happened to coincide with doing a lot of hand stitching on the dragon. So my fingers are like, they need a little bit of a rest. I hope you do. I hope you do. It's a fun little idea. Like, why not, right? No one ever says you can't. So I thought, let's take that pattern right there, that one right there, and see if we can turn it into using this method to make a wall hanging. So our whole theme this year has been like nautical, marine, all sorts of things. We did like a fishy backpack. We've done the 2 big anchors. Both of them were donated. One to the art here, the DaCosta Art Center here in Pictou County, and the other one was to my father-in-law's retirement home for them to auction off. So I made 2 of those. One was gray and green, and the other one was gray, cream, and blue. And both turned out absolutely lovely and amazing, and I'm so happy they went to really good homes. We've done those 2. We've done lobster. We did our FPP lobster. We've done, what else have we done? We've done things. Oh, we did the chain link netting quilt top. That was a silent auction, which Miss Allison Johnson won. And I hand delivered that to her when I went down to California. So that was awesome. For one, I was very thankful that she purchased that, and 2, that I could actually hand deliver it to her. So that was even amazinger. Amazinger? It's not even a word. It is now. Put that in the dictionary. Amazinger. Mr. Speedworks! How goes it, my friend? How are you? I was truly, truly missing our Mr. Taradra so very much at the end of July. Knowing it was a year ago we lost him. He is missed very much. Alright, so we're just going to add that blue line onto here, okay? And you can kind of see how we're starting to take a little bit of shape for this, okay? My phone has a mind of its own when it comes to spelling. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I speak, I'm fluent in typo. Yeah. And I pretty much make up my own words anyways. Oh, did I missed it? Who was it? Who did a memorial stream? Dang. I accidentally left the Discord, his Discord channel. I was so upset with myself. I was cleaning it up about, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that, and accidentally clicked it. I was so mad. I was so mad. Oh, I don't recognize the name. Oh. Yeah, he's definitely missed. Mr. Taradra. He was my first quilt I ever made for a streamer. For him and Sandy. Oh, yeah? Oh, well, send me an invite then there, Speedworks, please. I wouldn't mind hopping back into the community. Invite me to the channel of the Discord, please. And if you would like to know our Discord, !Discord, feel free to join. Share your stuff. Share what you got going on. Have any questions? Put them below. We're just kind of going back and forth in the angle, right, to fill it in. Looks like we might not get any rain. Those clouds look darker on the camera than they actually are in person. So, and of course, we got the star of the show. The most important thing here is right there in front of you. She's the cutest, Sophie Lofi. She's sleeping. If she was awake, I would have given her a treat. Nope, that didn't even trigger her. Okay. Thought maybe that might. If she was totally asleep, she wouldn't hear it, but she was just a little bit. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Speedworks. Appreciate it. Appreciate ya. Yeah, I was hoping his sister actually took his quilt. So, at least I hope so anyways. Has it cooled down over in the UK for our UK people? Lynn, Tracy, Speedworks, Natalie, if she's here. Charlotte Vander, if she's here. The Netherlands. I know, like, even, like, Germany and everything's all been so dry. They're actually starting to see, like, where the castles and manor houses and stuff, where the old gardens and layouts used to be, because it's gotten so dry. They can see where the landscaping was and stuff. Must be much cooler. Good, good. Yeah, nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we've had the AC in the house on for a little bit. It just was so muggy, like, ugh. We could barely even, like, move. It felt like you were walking through, like, water. It was very, very misty and very humid for sure. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Gotta rethread. Everyone is calling it a heat wave. I prefer the term summer. Well, that's the way they should be. They kind of come in, they're a little hot for a few days. You're like, okay, we had some summer, we're good. We can move on now. Lots of people love fall. I do enjoy fall. Fall and spring are probably my two favorite seasons. I like it coming in and going out. So, I don't like the cold too much, and I don't like the hot too much. But I love that, happy medium rate in between. Give me like 72 Fahrenheit, 22-ish, to Celsius, and we're like, I'm a happy little person for sure. We do. Oh my gosh, I should send you some pictures that we took last year. We had snowdrifts that were like 15 feet high. I kid you not. We have a lean-to kind of shed here on the property, and it is about 15 feet high, and it was like almost covered. Like, it was pretty amazing. We've had to have our neighbors who put their cows on our property dig us out of the end of the driveway because it was, about 4.5 feet, 5 feet of just ice. Ice and gravel and everything else. In Minnesota, we get snow, but it's mostly... Oh, yeah, we get both. We go both. But lots of snow. We do get lots of snow, yeah. I think you snowblowed probably about 14 times last year.
At least.
Yeah. And if it's just blowing like crazy as it goes across like the driveways, like there's no point until it stops. But there's times that you have to plug away at it, or you're going to end up with 6 feet, and that's what ends up happening. And then you have to call somebody in to help deal with the 6 feet of snowdrift that you have going on. So it does drop cold enough here for the propane heat for the house to go out, so to stop working. So because it becomes a liquid at that point in time and not a gas. So, but we have like plug-in electric heaters and electric blankets and heat pads and stuff like that, just to counteract that sort of thing. That's when you all kind of like cuddle on the couch in the same room, and kind of share the body heat. Pop doesn't mind. Sophie doesn't mind. But I'd say end of January and into February, middle of January and into February are the coldest for sure here. Yeah. But I'd say we get the most snow in March and into April. I would say we get the bigger dumps at that point in time, for sure. some more thread. Yeah, so for the size of the hexes, for the just double what you have for the center. So if you have a 2.5 for your center, you want a 5-inch for your outside sort of thing. Okay, so you got room to fold those edges down. Okay, cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers to you and me. Put that up here. Thanks, Suzanne. Cheers to you, too. Appreciate you. Oh, I didn't want to use blue for this against the white. No, I don't. I don't. Back it up. Beep, beep, beep. Back that choice up. We're not using the seam ripper, but we are ripping out thread, so. Okay, we want to get back to the corner, and then we're going to tie off. There we go. I shouldn't have had one so long. Well, we're at the Mutual Admiration Society there, Suzanne. I appreciate you. And tag, you're it. Hold on. There we go. Good. That one there. And where's my white one? Do I have a white one? I do. That's what my friend used to say. Be like, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Oh, welcome to the Mutual Admiration Society. Used to crack me up all the time. So we are going to do some drywall for this whole wall behind me here. And then we're going to reframe those windows because they just have a temporary frame on them since we put the new windows in. So that'll be like this week's kind of this weekend into the next weekend sort of project is whenever we got some time to work on that. So pretty excited. It's another layer between us and the outside of there, especially in the winter time. It'll just help with the heating and cooling of the place for sure. Oh, sorry, I thought it was on the project and not me. I apologize. You didn't come here to look at me. You came here to look at the project and Sophie. Here. Alright. Oh, I should have went up one more. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. There we go. Pinch that back. Anybody got any plans for the weekend? Looking at you is fine too. Always good. Thanks, Lee Allen. Your quilt came up in my Facebook feed from whenever you won that green quilt. The what was it? It's like a ribbon sort of pattern to it, but it was scrappy. I remember that. But used green as the base and then a whole bunch of colors. Is it the binding tool? Was it the binding tool quilt? Is that what it was called? The binding tool one? Anyways. Just looking at those ones when you come back in my feet, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so pretty. Yeah, 2018? Oh yeah, yeah. That's like forever ago, girl. You still here? You still here. I'm so happy. Okay, now let's kind of, we're gonna kind of wean it down a smidge. I need a couple for this side, so let's work on this side too. Okay. Here, do. And go there. Okay, let's put those two together, and then let's put. Yeah, let's put those four there. Okay. It's a gift that keeps on giving. That's true. It's true. You get a hug every time you cuddle under one of the quilts I make. I send the hugs with every single one. And hopefully when you hug it, in some way, it's hugging back. Because we're always about the big hugs around here, you know. The big hugs, okay? The big hugs. Sometimes a hug can just change your day. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just kind of having like one of those days and just like nothing's going right. Everything's going wrong. You barely keep your head above water. It's just like, it just seems kind of like a bit of a mess, you know? And sometimes a hug can just change that for you. You know what I mean? It can just tell you everything's all right without even saying a word. Here, and then we can stitch up there. So let's touch this one. Probably could use blue thread, doesn't matter. Maybe we will, since I've already just pulled that one out. So when I'm in knot, I think it does. Sorta. Oopsies, there we go. I find a shorter needle works best for this, for these like little small stitchy kind of projects. A shorter needle than a longer needle. I almost think a longer needle would be better, but even if you were to rock it, right? Won't be able to be here next week. Daughter and I are going to Paducah to a quilt museum. Nice! They have a Tula exhibit she's been wanting to. Oh, fantastic. Tula fabric's really kind of fun. I can't say I've ever gone out of my way to purchase them, but it's really nice to see them on customer quilts as they come in, and you know, and then I've been gifted a few like pieces here or there of the Tula fabric, so it's really kind of fun to work with. You know? I like how they all kind of match each other. You know? I think that's why Sister Lisa, when she was here and we were chatting at the table here, and she said she really liked the Lori Holt kind of line for the same kind of principle reason of, you know, they all kind of match together and all look good together, right? So you can mix and match some lines and still make a beautiful project. So let's stitch those together. Yeah, just, hopefully you can take some photos. Be able to share. Hello, Peter. How you doing? Sorry, I'm quiet, getting ready for some night fishing, but I'm here. Oh, nice. Hello, hello. He says hello to Chad. Welcome in, Peter. How's good old Nova Scotia treating you? Peter's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I was actually at the airport yesterday picking up Pop. He was in Ontario for a week, so we were a little delayed because there was quite the little incident on the highway. So, but it just took time to get past it. That's all. Patience, sometimes not my strongest suit, but we had them yesterday, didn't we, Pop? Right? Right?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can neither confirm nor deny. Night fishing. What are we fishing for?
Night.
Okay, really?
Night. That's what night fishing is, right?
Are we going for night fin fish? Here, there we go. Slip it through. Trim off the threads. Pop this over here. Add to the side. Okay, add this on and then I will show you what we got going on. I don't really want this to take into next week, so I will have to finish this up during the week, so because I don't think we're going to finish it today. Let's see. Let's start with the blues here because I don't want to use blue on there. It's okay over there. I'll probably end up using white. Oh, that one I used white thread on. Oh well. Oh, hello. It is what it is. 'Cause it can't be what it ain't. I think Miss Lois is out with her sister this weekend, or sisters this weekend. So I hope she's having a great time wherever Miss Lois is. I hope she's having a fabulous time. She's got a big adventure planned up soon, and I hope she keeps us in the loop of all the places she ends up going. I'm super excited for her. Overcast? Yeah, that's kind of what we got here. Here, I'll show you the outside camera there. It's okay. The cows are laying down first thing this morning, so I thought, uh-oh, better get what I needed to get done outside. We took 2 units that were off on the wall here in the wood shop and took them down, so they were just kind of holding junk. So I cleaned them all off and then took them outside and scrubbed them down and gave them a good scrubby because they had like cobwebs and sawdust and dirt and paint things in there. Anyways, so we're gonna prime those up and get them all like one color. Put some wheels on the bottom so they're like wheelie storage here in the shop because I've got a lot of little like knicky-knacky stuff that I don't have a lot of places to put them, right? So you know, between the needles, the threads, the little tall rulers, and you know, all sorts of things like that. So it'd be nice to be able to put those 2 units into some sort of working storage. So. Yeah, so that's what we got going on there. Well, we could definitely use some rain. It's not overly bad like it has been in some places where it's nothing but brown, crispy grass. You wouldn't dare like rub your feet on the grass or you'd start a fire. So, but no, we're pretty good here for that. So, last year was really dry about this time. In fact, I think the pond had almost dried up at that point. So. now we're going to use the white thread to add the rest of these here. So let's kind of just flip it here. Grab our white. I'm just going to try and work my way from left to right. Does it matter to me whether I'm left to right or right to left? Doesn't everybody have a preference, or you just go the one way, or does it matter? I'm kind of ambidextrous, and like I'd say at least half ambidextrous on my left hand, so I do a lot of things with it. Especially when it comes to like stitchings and cross stitchings and. After you too there, Suzanne. Thank you very much. Have a great week, and everyone, she says. The wind is blowing today and just blew my largest limb into our yard from our neighbor's yard. Ooh, blew a largest. Oh. It's definitely blowing then. Hopefully that's all that it ends up coming in the yard. Okay, and we'll attach it over here. Just kind of flip. Just flipping it, flopping it on each other, right? Okay. Just a little bit of a knot there. Oops. Oh no. Oh no! Don't do that! No! Gonna have to get a new one. Because this one's kerfluffled. It got kerfluffled. Where's my white? There we are. Yeah, next month is the 4-year anniversary of Fiona rocking the Nova Scotia. Still quite a few limbs and trees still down. We got still lots to clean up on our own property. Eventually we will. Alright, just as we're finishing this last little side here for today, does anybody have any questions or want to share anything before we wind it down? I want to thank you all for joining me today. Appreciate your couple hours of time. We stream Saturdays, 1 p.m. Atlantic, almost every week. So we usually let you know when we're not. Be some travel in October that we will miss a couple of Saturdays for, or we might not, depending on which way we travel. So I don't know. Or if we travel, I don't know. The jury's kind of still out on that one. Well, for me, anyways. Yeah, exactly. Stay safe. Yeah, I wouldn't be going in the backyard. You might get blown away. Hopefully this project encouraged someone to do something very similar, or just take on the hand stitch project itself. You know, we're maybe a little afraid of the hexie, and this just gave you a little bit of confidence to say that you could. Okay. Yeah, you too there, Tracy. I'm glad you're back home safe and sound. I'm hoping once all this hand stitching stuff is done, I'll get back into doing some cross stitching. I haven't done much at all. Just guess I'm just trying to save my fingers for, for the projects. Okay, and one last little side here. Going to get my EPP block. I was looking at the one from Hexadoodle. It came up in I was trying to clean up my mailbox stuff the other day there, Miss Allison. So we got to get cracking on that. I think I have 4 to do. 4 or 5, but I thought we were pretty much close bang on how many we had left to do. If that's the same project you're talking about, was Hexadoodle's block of the month. I would love to finish that up. Maybe I can do like as a December cleanup of all the little projects I wanted to get sorted out before the end of the year sort of thing. That might be something on my list. On my alchemy EPP, I'll have to check that out. What does that mean? No, but I do need to. Oh, is that something else? Uh-oh, your list is full, girl. Your list is full. Actually, she's just got like a monumental project as off her list. So, all right, hold on. Let's do this, and then let's do. Hold on to this. Can you change the camera, please? To the front camera. Or not? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I wasn't sure. I got something in my way. Okay, so can we see the process? Do we have a belief that this will be a lighthouse?
No. Well, it will never have a light in it, therefore there's no lighthouse.
I can put little lights in it.
Okay.
I will LED this sucker up.
I look forward to it.
Can you imagine a little LED popping through every little section where it's joined together?
I can see it.
Yeah. So it'll be a little bit upper, a little bit topper, and around. I will try and work on it a bit this week so we can show a little bit more of the finale next week, hopefully. But we'll get there. But we are going to start the dragon. So I'll probably cut some out on stream and do a little bit of sewing, and then I'll work on it during the week, and then we'll just take like the next couple steps that I'm working on for the next Saturday until we kind of get it all sorted out, okay? So if there's no questions or anything else, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today, and with Kent, also known as Pop, myself, Mom, also known as Laura Lynn, and Sophie Lofi. So as you can hear me talk about her, she knows. She knows. She's the star of the show. She's the bestest there ever was. The Sophie Lofi. And Pop? Which Pop? Is it this Pop? Pop. Which one? No, okay. I was telling you light. It'll light me up. All right, thanks everybody. Big hugs to you, and we will see you on the next one. Okay, when we take on a dragon. Take. Uh-oh. Take care. Big hugs. See you, Lou. See you, Lou. See you soon. Not in the loo though. That's private.